The sun shone brightly over the city. Bored with their usual chase, Tom the cat and Jerry the mouse found themselves near the bustling gates of the local zoo. The sounds of laughing children and roaring animals promised a more exciting venue for their eternal game. Spotting Jerry nibbling on a stolen cheese cracker, Tom pounced. With a mischievous squeak, Jerry darted between the legs of visitors, leading Tom on a frantic chase past monkey enclosures and over picnic blankets. Their sprint led them to the zoo's open-air theater stage, set for the daily animal talent show. As Jerry zipped through the backstage area, Tom lunged. They tumbled past the keeper just as he was closing the heavy gate for the show start. Clang! The lock clicked shut. They were trapped inside. The audience, already seated, fell silent as the spotlight swept the stage. A witty woodpecker named Decker, the show's host, fluttered to the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, for our first act, a spontaneous display of interpretive pursuit. Give it up for Tom and Jerry. Blinded by the light, Tom froze mid-pounce. Jerry, peeking from behind a prop rock, realized the crowd's cheers were for them. He saw an opportunity to avoid becoming a snack and perhaps put on a show. Quick-thinking Jerry stood up, bowed to the audience, and then turned to Tom, pretending to be a brave ringmaster. He gestured for Tom to sit. Bewildered, Tom obeyed. The crowd giggled. Jerry, enjoying his newfound control, waved a paw. Tom, confused, took a clumsy step. Jerry spun his finger, and Tom, trying to follow, spun around like a wobbly ballerina, earning roaring laughter. But chaos awaited. Tom, backpedaling during a bow, stepped on a banana peel left from a previous act. His legs shot out from under him, and he slid across the stage like a furry hockey puck. Tom's sliding body crashed directly into a line of penguins waiting in the wings for their synchronized swimming act. They fell over with a series of surprise squawks, one after another, like feathered dominoes. The commotion startled Ellie the elephant, who was preparing to play a xylophone with her trunk. Instead, she dipped her trunk into a bucket of washable paint meant for a backdrop and sneezed, spraying a wild, abstract masterpiece across the stage. Jeffrey the giraffe, intrigued by the paint, decided to show off. He bent his long neck, attempting to limbo under the descending spotlight. The audience gasped at his unexpected flexibility. The final straw was Leo the lion. Meant to give a mighty, majestic roar, he instead opened his mouth and let out a silent, enormous burp, followed by a stream of glittery soap bubbles he'd accidentally eaten the bubble solution earlier. Tom and Jerry, stunned by the escalating madness, forgot their feud. They shared a look of pure panic. They had to work together to contain this zoo-zany disaster. Tom began frantically popping the giant bubbles with his claws. Jerry, using a tiny fish he found as a lure, tried to herd the disoriented penguins into a somewhat straight line. It was a hopeless but hilarious effort. The stage was a mess of paint, bubbles, confused animals, and a dizzy cat. The curtain dropped abruptly. For a moment, there was silence. Then, the audience erupted in a thunderous applause and cheers, believing it was the most brilliantly chaotic performance they'd ever seen. The zookeeper finally unlocked the gate. Tom and Jerry, exhausted and covered in paint and glitter, slipped out unseen. They stumbled home, not chasing, but walking side by side in tired agreement. They had survived the talent show, and for one day, that was enough.